Time now for the co-features on the card, starting with the Grade 2 Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix, a Breeders' Cup win in your in-race for the Breeders' Cup Sprint Division. And as we expected, Gabby, Special Reserve 1-2, walks in with quite the presence to him. And this is just the latest example of how good of a trainer Michael Maker is in claiming horses and turning them into stakes winners and graded stakes types, because they took this horse for $40,000 back in February, and now he is the 1-2 favorite for one of the big sprints here at Keeneland each and every season, the Grade 2 Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix.
Yeah, and he's a half length away from being a Grade 1 winner as well, as we saw that in the Grade 1 Vanderbilt at Saratoga last time out. He was game coming down the stretch. I know he at one point coming down the stretch, which we showed the replay on today at Keeneland this morning, he passed Lexitonian. Lexitonian was just that game that he came back on the inside, and ultimately Special Reserve had to finish second. But today, it's you can't even compare the two fields. He's definitely the class of the field, and he looks to be the speed. But Scott, if he's not the speed, he's proven effective stalking too. I mean, he just seems like the perfect package here. How do you go against him at 1-2?
It's very difficult too, and I think that I'm in agreement with the way that people are playing this away from the favorite. I think that you look towards a horse like the number 5 horse, my second choice, Aloha West for the Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners, a colt by Hardspun, Keeneland September graduate from the 2018 September sale. He's run a couple of just average races, but aside from that, he always seems to bring it, and he's a horse that comes on late. Jose Ortiz gets the opportunity for the first time on this Maryland-bred colt. I think that you've got to respect him, because from the race shape, I think that there's a possibility Just Might and Special Reserve could hook up, and if Jose Ortiz can stay close enough to them and hope that they come back to him, he just might be the one to spring a very mild upset at 3-1.
He could. My concern, I shouldn't say concern with him, I just think that he's a little bit better at 7 furlongs. We saw him have a blowaway performance last time out at Saratoga going 7/8, and I just wonder if some of the other contenders in here might be a little bit better at 6 furlongs. I don't know if that pace will come back to him here at this distance.
Just Might, the number 4 horse, he's 8-1 right now. He has not lost a race since April of this year, when he set the pace to Fast Boat in the turf sprint over at Churchill. Since then, he's done nothing but come out of that and win 4 consecutive stakes races. Now, it's easy to say this, and I think it's the correct way of approaching this, Gabby. This is a step up in class for this 5-year-old gelding, but he certainly has enjoyed the taste of winning, having won his last 4 and doing so on both turf and dirt.
This is probably one of the toughest races he's been in on the dirt. If you look at his form last fall, he actually competed in the Grade 2 Woodford, the Grade 2 Turf Sprint, also at Churchill, and he finished a length behind some of the top sprinters in the division at that time. However, this is a true test for him in his dirt performance here today. But, you know, Michelle Lovell, I have to say, she's done a phenomenal job campaigning this horse this year to get 5 stakes victories alone in 2021.
And then let's quickly touch on the number 2 horse as we wrap up our paddock side commentary, Mucho for John Ortiz. Does he have to try to press the pace from this inside post? That's the question for him, in my opinion.
I don't think so. I don't think Raylu Gutierrez should go with the pace in here, because Just Might and Special Reserve look to be faster. This horse has run fine closing from off the pace if you look at his race earlier this year at Oaklawn. So I think the best approach would be for him to take back and see what unfolds in front of him.
It is the Grade 2 Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix Stakes. $250,000 is on the line, and also a spot in the Breeders' Cup Sprint at Del Mar is on the line to the winner. And we've got 22 minutes to post. Special Reserve, as we expect, is the heavy favorite at 3-5.
Please note that at Keeneland, the condition of the turf course has been upgraded to good. Condition of the turf course upgraded to good. Horses are entering the track for Keeneland's 8th race, the 169th running of the Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix. Grade 2, winning you're in Breeders' Cup Sprint Division. 3-year-olds and up in this stakes at 6 furlongs over the fast main track. Double wagering, and it starts the last of the day's rolling pick threes. Main track is fast. A reminder, pick 3 players. The condition of the turf course is now listed good. Let's meet the starters. Number 1 is Quick Tempo, owned by Dare to Dream Stable, LLC, of Michael Faber. The trainer is Christopher Davis, the jockey Sophie Doyle. Number 2, Mucho, owned by WSS Racing LLC of William S. Simon. Owned also by 4G Racing LLC of Brent Gazaway. John Ortiz trains, and Rayla Gutierrez is the jockey. 3, Endorsed, owned by Mark Breen, trained by Mike Maker, the jockey Julian Leperoux. Number 4, Just Might, owned by Griffin Farms of Robert Griffin, co-owned by trainer Michelle Lovell. Colby Hernandez to ride. 5, Aloha West, owned by the Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners of Aaron Wellman. The trainer is Wayne Catalano, the jockey Jose Ortiz. Number 6, Special Reserve, owned by the Paradise Farms Corporation of Peter Procia, co-owned by David Stodiker, the trainer Mike Maker, the jockey Joel Rosario. And 7, Sir Alfred James, owned by Norman and Lola Cash. Norman Cash, the trainer, and Corey Lannery, the jockey. Post time, 7 minutes.
There is a look at the heavy favorite for the Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix Stakes Special Reserve. Gabby, he was an absolute pro down in the paddock, and that has transitioned over to the front side here as he looks for the biggest win of his career.
Yeah, there are a couple of horses who are getting a bit warm. It is warm for a fall day, but he has kept his composure. He's not turning a hair whatsoever. It looks like he's not fazed by anything, Scott, which is exactly what you want to see with such a heavy favorite.
Just Mike, the number 4 horse, he is a sprinter. He is just built like a sprinter. He was pretty high energy and warm on the paddock side, and there we see him warming up right now with Colby Hernandez.
He is. He is stocky. He is strong. And the interesting thing about him, too, is that he has been able to keep his condition, Scott. I mean, he's got so much to him, even though he's had 8 races so far this year. And I think that's a testament to how Michelle Lovell has campaigned him.
Grade 2 Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix, a Breeders' Cup winning you're in, a spot on the line for the Breeders' Cup Sprint.
Horses have reached the starting gate for Keeneland's 8th race, the 169th running of the Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix Grade 2. They are at the post. And they're off in the Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix. Special Reserve is quick into stride. Special Reserve, the favorite, right to the front, but has company. Quick Tempo going to kick in down toward the inside, and Quick Tempo moves up now and takes the early lead. Leads it by a length. Special Reserve content to back off into the second position by 3/4 of a length. Just Might, third up on the outside. Mucho, fourth against the rail into the far turn. Sir Alfred James, a lane off the rail at fifth. 5 lengths off the lead. Aloha West is in sixth. Then a break of 5 more to the late running Endorsed. Opening quarter went in 21.9 seconds. Round the far turn, Quick Tempo, the leader. Quick Tempo by 3/4 of a length. Special Reserve starts to move forward on the outside, joined by Just Might, who's third to the top of the stretch, 2 lengths off the front pair. So Special Reserve now has taken a narrow lead. Just Might is second. Mucho tries to pick them up third, and behind horses trying to angle down toward the inside. Hasn't found the room yet. Now finds it. Has to find more, though, to catch Special Reserve. Late run Aloha West from fourth to third toward second on the outside. Special Reserve has the lead by 3. Aloha West is running on, but the 16th pole is here. The wire is coming. Special Reserve chased all the way down the stretch by Aloha West. Special Reserve, Aloha West. Special Reserve hangs on by a head over Aloha West to stake the Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix. 1 minute, 8.54 seconds.
As expected, Special Reserve, the heavy favorite in the Grade 2 Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix, taking this at a very fast time, 1:08.2. Early on, he was very sharp away from there. Then Quick Tempo decided to press the pace. Rosario never panicked. He waited for Quick Tempo to back up. Then he goes, and he's able to establish this lead in which the number 5 horse, Aloha West, is able to cut into, but eventually not get there. So the favorite, Special Reserve, the son of midshipman Mike Maker, Paradise Farms, and others, Joel Rosario, punching their ticket with this victory to the Breeders' Cup Sprint at Del Mar.
Photo for fourth. Hold all tickets. Unofficial results of Keeneland's 8th race. Number 6, Special Reserve, was first. Number 5, Aloha West, was second. 2, Mucho, was third. Number 3, Endorsed, was fourth. 6-5-2-3 unofficial. Race 8, results official, 6-5-2-3. Official results for Keeneland's 8th race. Official winner of Keeneland's 8th race, 169th running of the Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix Grade 2. Number 6, Special Reserve, owned by the Paradise Farms Corporation of Peter Proscia, co-owned by David Stodiker. The trainer is Mike Maker. Jockey Joel Rosario picks up his second win on the card. Special Reserve, a 5-year-old gelded son of Midshipman, out of Love Spun by Hard Spun. Winner bred in Kentucky by the Russell L. Reineman Stable Incorporated. 6 furlongs over the fast main track, 1 minute 8.54 seconds. Now the trophy presentation for the Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix, a win and you're in Breeders' Cup Sprint Division race. Representing Stoll Keenon Ogden are Ms. Sarah Reeves and Mr. Connor Egan, presenting to the connections of Special Reserve.
He has developed into a force in this sprint division. Special reserve taking the Grade 2 Stoll Keenon Ogden Phoenix. Trainer Mike Maker, Joel Rosario winning rider. And Joel, he was sharp away from the gate. Then Sophie Doyle in quick tempo came along your inside. What did you think when they were able to establish the lead down the backstretch?
Yeah, he broke really well, but it looked like they kind of beat me up right away in the stride, and he would look like he was fine with it. And, he kind of just stood a little bit there, nice and quiet. And then, when right in the turn, when the horse backing up a little bit, he was just ready to go. I just go ahead and go on with him, and then he did. That was very good.
Well done, Joel.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike.
Mike, he's turned into one heck of a sprinter and really developed this year. What has it been? What has been the key to get him to this kind of form?
Well, when we got him, he was a pretty significant bleeder. We put him through our program and treated him, and, he's found it great for us. But, the horse is all class and heart.
This being a Breeders' Cup one and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Sprint, will that be the target? Will we see him in a month's time down at Del Mar?
That's been the plan all summer long. Only hitch in our plan was getting beat at Saratoga.
Well, you didn't hear today. Well done.
Thank you.
Special reserve, the latest winner of the Grade 2 Stoll, Keenan Ogden Phoenix.
Ninth and featured race upcoming, 70th running of the Grade 1 Darley Alcibiades. Scratch the 11 Diamond Wow. Number 11 Diamond Wow is a scratch. This race starts the last of the day's rolling doubles. Main track is listed fast. A reminder, this ninth race finishes in the short stretch at the first wire. Looking ahead to race 10, keep in mind the condition of the turf course is now listed good. In that 10th event, scratch the 7 El Ahijado. Also take out the also eligibles 13 through 16.
Just imagine the horse you'll breed.
Street sense will need some running room.
All the things you dream about.
At the wire, Italian Toro wins.
Plan for.
He is absolutely flying his competition away.
Darley. Just imagine.